they're incredible cakes with flavors from the islands, including rum. Well, now we're bringing you their dense, go in close, that's that extreme close-up I want you to see, moist, delicious cake. I know.
It's like a sponge.
I know. Delicious cakes. But wait, these are flavored with seasonal spirits from the South. So yes, bourbon from Kentucky, moonshine, whiskey from Tennessee.
Does it get any better?
Can I say, I mean, hello, Mark Charles.
Hello, my friend.
I had a chance to try this.
Okay.
It is the most, imagine the most delicious kind of butter-filled, moist, dense cake.
Exactly.
And then you infuse it, because I'm going to tell you, they're boozy, but they're boozy in the best way.
They're boozy for the right reasons.
It is just absolutely delicious. So Mark Charles is our, as you know, one of our good foodie friends.
Yep.
So let's take everybody through. I want to just quickly tell everyone, because these are 2-pound cakes.
2-pound cakes that serve 16 people.
Wow.
So 16, so it's a total of 32 ounces, but it's 16 2-ounce slices you can get out of one cake.
And they are so dense and just full of flavor. You will love them. So I'm going to start up top, because this is your Kentucky bourbon.
Kentucky bourbon.
So it's that butter cake with that amazing flavor and then infused with Kentucky bourbon. So that's choice number one.
Kentucky straight bourbon, right? Like that. You got to realize that we actually use Kentucky straight bourbon inside the baking of this.
It's so
marinated,
good.
It's delicious.
It's
got
so
real
good.
butter, it's got everything.
And then we're going to Tennessee. And here you've got a spice cake.
Correct.
With Tennessee whiskey.
And it's got ginger and cinnamon in it, a little nutmeg, it's all on the glaze, and of course the beautiful Tennessee whiskey.
Dense 2-pound. And then finally, here's your moonshine. This is your apple pie.
Apple pie.
Moonshine
So
cake.
we actually put the oldest alcohol out that we can remember back in America, made illegally at the time, was moonshine, okay? And that was during the Prohibition and all that. And then, so it's taking the moonshine flavors that we were all doing underneath the basement, behind everybody's, closed doors.
Right,
and then adding American apple pie inside of there. So think about that. Tortuga is a 4th-generation company of recipes, okay? These are secret recipes. When I was a kid, you went to the Caribbean, and it was all about getting that beautiful yellow Tortuga rum cake that you could only get at the ports of the Caribbean and the cruise ships. And now, like this, you're bringing that taste of the Caribbean, 4th-generation recipe, all done fresh, all done beautiful ingredients.
And
we
with
love
your
this.
Southern spirits.
Yep.
All right, so shall we start with the Tennessee spice cake?
Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna start, that's in the middle, right? So the Tennessee, right?
I think that's
whiskey, yeah. So again, what I love about this is just look, we take these because we want to show you all the moisture in there, how beautifully, wonderfully, all the great ingredients they put in there naturally.
What are the spices?
Again, what we love in the spices, the whiskey has got cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and that's actually in the glaze. It sits there for 2 weeks.
Can I do this?
Okay,
Can I just, because I mean, pardon my hands.
Yes, and I'm going to sprinkle some.
I'm just going to take a little slice like this.
Okay.
Because this is what I want. Look at this.
Look at this. Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
Look at how moist this is. I can't wait to bite this.
Oh, you know why it's important? I want to point something out to you.
I mean, look at how spongy.
The reason why it's so moist.
Tell me why.
The way it's packaged, okay? So you see this package right here? This is the way you're going to get it. Inside of there, it's trapping all the flavors. So when they actually put the glaze on there, it sits for 2 weeks before it's shipped out because we want it to infuse inside of there. So it's a factory sealed, completely airtight, but not a shrunk wrap because we don't want to crush it.
Right.
But just to point out real quick, I just want to squeeze it for you guys. This is the way you're going to get it. Like when it comes out, it's literally like a giant sponge, the whole thing, and it's all done in the marinade. In the box, I just want to point something out too that I love, is in the box, look at this. The story of Tortuga is actually right in there. Okay. Tells you everything about it, and they'll come just like that in that great famous octagon box, which is what started in the Caribbean all those years ago, but now we created the ones with all of the great little spices, if you will.
Can I? So I just had the Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah.
So
how was it?
It's a delicious, dense, moist, buttery spice cake.
Love that.
and then there's that whiskey infusion. So when I say to you, it's boozy in the best way.
It's boozy in the best way.
It really does just enhance the flavor of the cake. All right, take me next to Kentucky, and let's talk about the butter cake with the Kentucky bourbon.
So the Kentucky bourbon, of course, is Kentucky straight bourbon. That's important to note, okay?
Don't mind me.
It's got a faintly sweet oak flavor to it. That's what bourbon is done in oak barrels. So it's got that beautiful oakness to it that we love. And you really, really sink your teeth. And again, moistness.
Look.
Beautiful done with great ingredients, done fresh for you.
I mean, look
in that airtight package. Beautifully done. Again, if you had ever been to the Caribbean and the cruise ships back in the 80s and the 90s, that was the only place you can get that octagon yellow Tortuga. 4th generation recipe cake, and now we bring it to you with these. But this is the largest cake I've ever brought. All the Tortugas I've been bringing in the past years, much smaller. Remember, this is 32 ounces. I want to get it right, 32 ounces.
Okay.
You can slice this up. This right here, this tray, is one cake sliced up 16 ways of 2 ounces each. So that's a nice party size, I would say.
So let me just say, because as much as I love the spice cake, and then you've got that kick from the Tennessee whiskey, the Kentucky bourbon is the most incredibly moist, creamy butter cake.
I'm so glad you agree with that.
And you get the butter flavor, and then just that kick of the, and it's not even a kick, it's the warmth.
It's the warmth. That's a
the
great way to call it.
Yeah,
Leah's good
that's
at this.
good.
The warmth. And I love what she said. It's booze in the best way.
In the right way.
In the right way. Yep, we love that. So again,
right.
you can add ice cream. You can add, a glaze. We have a vanilla glaze in here. We did a chocolate. We did powdered sugar. And the last one we're going to talk about is
moonshine.
American classic. Moonshine, moonshine. Okay, that clear alcohol that we used to make. It's really about having that moonshine, but we infuse apple pie in there. So take apple pie, infuse it with moonshine.
Are those chunks of apple?
Yeah. I mean, literally walnuts and apple and butter, all real ingredients. The Tortuga recipe from 4 generations just added with that moonshine, added with the apple pie, moist, done to order, done in that great, airtight bag, shipped to you in that octagon box that you know and love, and now you get the flavor the minute you slice into it.
All right.
This is, again...
I don't know that I've ever had moonshine. I enjoy a nice, bourbon is good, whiskey is good.
But she's enjoying the whole flight.
Exactly. All right.
What do you think?
And I have to, here's what's
she says.
Here's what's great. I mean, it's true. These are, cake flavors that you know and love.
Yes.
But you add, truly, those regional spirits of the whiskey, the moonshine, the bourbon, and that it makes the cake even more moist, delicious. It's $29. I encourage you. There's not a bad one in the mix.
Yeah.
So here's what you're going to let us do. No.
Great Father's Day gift, by the way. I know it's early, but wouldn't this be a great Father's Day gift?
Now, these ship ambient, so they're ready to eat as soon as they arrive. What do we do?
You can freeze them. You can fridge, but 12 months shelf stable.
Okay.
But you can, if you want to have them a little bit longer, put them in the freezer for later on, or fridge. It'll extend the life.
This might be one of my new favorite dessert treat. This is so good. This is like grown up dessert.
This is grown up dessert.
But it's good for the whole family.
It's good for the whole family.
In 134429. Thank you, Mark Charles.
Thank you, my friend.
By the way, this is brand new today. You'll love it.
You'll love it.
Get it. All right. So many delicious things. So we've got our final item in our afternoon's gourmet holiday show, and it's certainly from a favorite brand that we know and love, and that's Germac. And perfect for the season because we've got